What's up, everybody? Mindset Trader here on a Sunday, August 15th, 12:06 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. Just be taking a look across the markets here. We've had an interesting past few days, haven't been on in a while. So let's just get right on into it. I hope everybody had a good weekend. Staying positive out here. Let's jump right into it. Bitcoin sitting at 46,289, 46.3 basically. On the daily, looks very strong. Until we hit this zone. This is what I call the no-go zone. Basically, this is the 50% retracement area right here from the fib level, from high to low. Bitcoin's hitting it, butting up against it. Bull's having some trouble pushing past it. On the daily, though, still looks great. I mean, you're still in positive momentum. Can't beat that. I mean, all the way from 30K all the way up to 45K. Huge gains it's seen. It's been pumping the alt market as well. Love, love, love to see it. Let's take a closer look here. Yeah, you see it. And you can really even see it on the 15-minute as soon as it hit the 15%. Or I'm sorry, the 50%. Retracement. Boom, rocketed right through the zone. Tried to bust through it. Looked like we were going to break out until some big sell orders came in to push the price back down. I wouldn't really call that. I guess you can call that sort of a slight rejection, but just getting denied there at the goal line all the way to prosperity. Just gets blocked for the first test, and that's about it. And you see we just been in this zone here until last night. Into the early morning, we've kind of had a sell-off, a little bit of a sell-off, and now we're trying to rally back in here. On the 15-minute, you're kind of getting this sort of wedgie material. Wedgie. This is definitely some wedge action. Not the clearest, but still a wedge, and that's on the 15 minutes, so take that with a grain of salt. We're really just trying to look at the daily here, and you see we're so close. I mean, if we would have busted through this area, we would have been right on our way to 50K. You can see here we had some inflection zone here, support here, here. So multiple touches here. So I wouldn't be surprised if we come all the way back down to 45K, honestly. Could even come back down to 42K, and we'll still be okay. Yeah, right around 42, right around this level here, 42.2 is where we could come back to. But we'll see if we even get there. Bull's not quite running out of steam yet. Still got a little bit of effort left on the daily. Making higher lows on the 4-hour here, bouncing off the 50 period moving average on the 4-hour. Keep it simple, guys. We'll see what happens. Price action when we get close to this zone here. We see we tested it, broke through it, fell below it. So we'll see what happens if Bitcoin, if it's going to act as another resistance or if we can manage to just keep accumulating higher. But right now we are showing 3 rise and valleys pretty much on the 4-hour. You know, you got the 1, 2, and 3 if this holds. 1, 2, 3 be a nice little 3 rising valleys. Will that be enough to push us into prosperity? We shall see. Just getting into the negative Momo now on the 4-hour. So that's what Bitcoin's looking like. So Bitcoin, like I said, could come back down. To 45K will be okay, right in between this area here. So Bitcoin's still looking very strong, despite the slight rejection here the first time up to 48K. Let's take a look at the powerhouse that is ETH. Let's clean this up a bit. Switch it back to the daily. ETH definitely wants 3,500. Don't know why I have that arrow there. Looking pretty good. Might be able to even put a nice little line right about here. rid of the dash, clean that up good. So we'll see if ETH can hold 3K. It's looking very strong, definitely outperforming Bitcoin. Just yeah, just amazing. Huge run up. Take a look at the 4 hour. Definitely have hardcore bearish divergence on the 4 hour, so I would not be surprised if we come all the way back down to 3K, honestly. We have the higher highs on the price. Don't like that. Maybe a slight little channel here forming. But, you know, like I said, we do have the bearish divergence, not in the bull's favor here. See, we're continuing to make higher highs on the 4 hour. I don't know why this isn't working. There we go. And making lower lows on the oscillators. So a pullback is what this is entailing, and that's what we're currently seeing now. If we break below this 50 period moving average on the 4 hour, we could totally expect to come all the way back down to 2,900. 3K might be a little hard to break through depending on where the bulls are sitting, waiting for buys, but so the 4 hour looking a little bearish. Got a couple wicks here that's stopping us here on the way up to 3,500, but we're right in the dead middle of a zone here. We'll see if we fall back. We could fall, like I said, back around here. That seems likely given the bearish divergence. We'll see though. You never know. Hope everybody had a good weekend. Got some good downtime. Spend some time with your family, some quality time. That's what it's all about. It's not always about looking at charts. It's about having fun. Well, for me, it's about looking at charts. I can't get enough of this stuff. What in the world is this? That's better. So yeah, we'll see how ETH is going to perform here, but it looks like a drop is entailed in the short term. Yeah, more bullish, or I'm sorry, bearish divergence on the 4 hour, even on Bitcoin that's playing out. So you see they kind of look similar. But, you know, you do have those 3 rising valleys here on the 4 hour for Bitcoin. So we'll see if that can overpower the bears. Another coin I wanted to take a look at today briefly is going to be Cardano for sure. I mean, it's had a massive, massive run up. You see what happened as soon as we broke out. As soon as we broke out of this range here, it's just taken off day after day, just green candle after green candle, finally forming a little bit of a pullback. I mean, you were seriously overbought. 88, so I don't think that's the highest it's ever been. No. But a pullback is entailed after that. I mean, just a huge run up. Broke the range and just continued to fly. I mean, already passed the measured move big time. I mean, just crushed it. So, I mean, it was already trying to push all-time highs there. Almost got there. Got to the highest candle close. And now we're getting a pullback on the daily. So, I mean, this could come all the way back down to $1.85, $1.87 to this level right about here. We'll take a closer look at the 4 hour to see if we can't get a better target. Yeah, so I mean, more bearish divergence on the 4 hour. This seems to be a theme coming across. You have the higher high in price with the lower on the oscillators on both the RSI and the MACD. So a pullback is entailed, and that's right now what we're getting. Not quite as bad, not a nasty pullback by any means. I mean, considering the run up this thing just had, it could rocket back up at any moment. I mean, it's already going to be showing, you know, hidden bullish divergence once it does decide to turn around, more than likely, unless this thing just absolutely tanks, which is unlikely given the market right now. But on the 4 hour, we are seeing a little bearishness across the market, even on ADA. Take a little closer look at the 15 minute, see if we can see any patterns forming. Trying to hold it, looks like it's kind of flagging down. Yeah, I mean, however you want to see this. So we'll see. I mean, this is the 15 minute, so as always, take it with a grain of salt. We'll see what can happen. A lot of demand for Cardano right now. You can see just more accumulation on the way up, but we're kind of rounding out just a little bit on the 15 minute. So we'll see what happens. Make this a little pretty. Guess I could move this down. I kind of like it right here, though. Holding 210 for now. We'll see how it works out. But yeah, you just can't ask for much more from Cardano. I mean, as soon as it broke out of this 150 range here, we knew that's what was going to happen. So not a surprise that it started breaking out after it took all this. I mean, that's just a beautiful uptrend all the way up. Just steady accumulation on the way up. Has to break this zone. I mean, it was stuck. Pretty much just a range-bound asset minus this huge blow off top. So straight up normally means straight back down. We'll see how the market reacts for today. Not really too sure. Let's take a look at total market cap. Really wanted to get into that, really wanted to hit 2K. Oh, it did hit 2K just for a little bit before pulling back, which is nice. So just a steady stream. Looks much like a lot of the other assets. A lot of the assets across the market are looking very similar. Take a look at Dogecoin, sitting at 30 cents. I mean, this thing wants to move. I don't know which one I have my TA on, honestly, for Doge. This is a little better, I guess. Yeah, we're right at the bottom of this area. You know, once the promised land. I want the 3 hour. More 4 hour bearish divergence here, so again, looking very similar to Bitcoin and ETH with a bearish divergence. I know you don't like me saying it, but I mean, I just go by what the charts tell me. It's just the TA, bro. You can even see if we just want to do a little analysis right here. TradingView does this nice thing where it keeps the level all the way throughout the chart of the price, so you can really learn how to chart support and resistance lines as the price is moving. I mean, look, you see it's right at this area of resistance. So if we can start getting some closes above 30, you know, we're going straight up to 34, then 36, all the way back up to 42. So we'll see what happens. But I mean, this thing looks ready for takeoff, and it's already been taken off, so we'll see. Algo was on, taking a look at Algo now. Algo was on breakout alert last night, and it was well on its way to doing it. You can even see it almost did it until Bitcoin started pulling back, which just stalled that rally pretty hard. So, but you see, much like Cardano, this has been a pretty range-bound asset, not quite as hard. And you just had it with the bounces perfectly off these ice lines, 2 ice lines here. You had 3 touches on this ice line all the way back from August of last year, and as well from August of 2 years ago. So a 2-year-old ice line, 85 cents was the big inflection area, the ice line back from August of 2019, and we're above it. So I've always said anything above 85 cents for Algorand is super bullish, and we're starting to see this bullish divergence play out on this triple bottom. Even had a little bit of hidden bullish divergence on the RSI on the last touch. It just looks good. It looks good for takeoff here. Not necessarily the best longing opportunity at the top of the range. You wanted to go long at probably around 85 cents, even better if you could have got it in around here. But what you're gonna look for is a break above this area, followed by a touch before liftoff. So we'll see what we can get with Algorand. Obviously it depends on Bitcoin. It is the macro. So we'll see. You know, you don't need to know the future to be able to predict markets. So we'll see how the TA plays out, but this thing right now is looking great. Phenomenal. Not even close to being overbought, right at 60, the perfect bull zone. So doesn't get much better than that. Add Algorand to your watch list, because if we can break 98 cents and then go to $1, we're gonna go even higher. So probably to $1.10 immediately. So when Al goes up 10 to 12% in the day, don't be surprised, because once it breaks 98 cents, that's what it's gonna be. Could even go all the way up to 123. We'll see. Probably test the wick high around 115. So 110 to 115 price target if break of 98 for Algorand. I mean, you look at the daily chart and it just looks beautiful. It's absolutely gorgeous. Just accumulation all the way back down. Boom. Ready for takeoff again. We'll see how it can perform. I want to thank anybody that's here right now for stopping by. If you want to see more quality TA content, hit the like, the sub, the bell. I'd appreciate all the support. Still very new to streaming, not new to trading. I just like scanning at charts, looking at all the charts, and seeing what patterns we can find and things like that. XRP's been another one that's been a favorite of late. My goodness, what do I even have it on? That's not it. Nope. There it is. Look at that. So here we go. We're just in no man's land right here, according to the daily. Let's clean this up a little bit. Another one that just looks outstanding on the daily. I mean, you see this accumulation here, starting from all the way back in January till now. Slowly been accumulated. It's composite operator stuff all the way down here. I mean, this thing just looks destined for higher prices. You are definitely overbought. But, I mean, the bulls are not running out of steam yet. So, obviously, still depends on the macro. On what Bitcoin's going to do for XRP. We'll see how it can perform on this Sunday. Always get a little bit of unpredictable volume on Sundays, so we'll see how it can play out. It might be flagging on a smaller time frame, and it is. XRP trying to hold higher prices. There's one way you could be looking at XRP on the 15-minute. Descending triangle formation here at the top. The bears are running out of steam here on the MACD. A little bullish divergence here, so we could come back down and break out of this trend line here. 126, oh, that's crazy. I mean, this thing has just been on a massive run. But, like I've been saying, it all depends on the macro, which is BTC. Which is trying. Bulls are going to want to try to get it back up into this zone here. Good thing you see, if we can break through this zone, good things happen. You had a big surge right here, broke through the zone this time, another big surge, just couldn't hold. The higher prices ended up making a lower high here and are kind of coming back down, trailing back down on a Sunday, which is expected. Let's get this off here, trying to change this back to the hourly. Wow, don't need all that. Clean this up a little bit. So the daily still looks great. As I said before, so we'll be taking a look at the 4-hour here, seeing when we can hold this. I mean, you're looking at a textbook 3 rising valleys on the 4-hour, so we're definitely going to be seeing some sort of higher prices if we can hold this. So right off the 50-day moving average, 50 period moving average for the 4-hour. So looking great. We'll see how much this bearish divergence starts to play out here. It's kind of playing out right now, and it's not doing too much to the price at all. So not too much price action going on now on this Sunday. Seeing if Bitcoin can rally back up to 46.8 to get back into this zone here.
I hope you can see this because I'm doing it as hard as I can.
Algo Moonboy with the 420. Thank you, brother. Appreciate it. He said, when Algo Moon? Just missed looking at Algo. I'll go back to it for you. Algo is still on breakout watch. And you see, even on the 4-hour, it's trying to get back up to test that 98 range. We keep butting up against it, but keeps getting denied here. So I'm seeing here that the Bears are running out of steam here. Algo moon very soon. Don't be surprised. I said earlier, don't be surprised when Algo's going to be up 10 to 15% in the upcoming days here. So you cannot be surprised when this thing's chilling at $1.10, when it's going to come back up to test the 200-day moving average. So Algo is probably looking the best right now. A lot of coins like XRP, ADA, ETH, all those have already had their run. Algo is looking like it's about to be time for that. You can say inverse head and shoulders, maybe. You don't even need it though. You know, you don't even need to add in that argument to what's already happening. This thing has gone parabolic before, and you see it happens when it's above 98 cents. Boom, 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 and we're looking to do that right here. Can't wait for $400 per Algo. Boy, $400. I don't see anything saying $400, but anything is possible. Anything can happen in this rally. I mean, as long as Bitcoin doesn't poop out, I mean, Algo's going back up to $1.70 for sure. So gains are meant to be had here. Even if you buy in now, I mean, this thing could go all the way back up. You're talking 75% appreciation in value. It's well on its way to getting there. I see it. You believe in the project. You believe in the TA. This thing's looking for takeoff. The green fundamental analysis method says $400+. It all makes sense now. I should have known never to go against the green fundamental analysis. It is the benchmark crypto indicator. I'm such a fool. Technical analysis means nothing compared to the GFA. It's trying. It is trying. Just Chop City right here in this area. I kind of just want Bitcoin to just go down and test that 45K now, just to get it over with. Because you know what's going to happen. I just have a feeling, as usual, come this evening around 7 p.m. Eastern Time, we're just going to get a lot of volume surging in, getting ready for the new market open on Monday, and it could just rocket back up into these values, or it could dump. We'll never know. We'll see how the futures open today for the standard market for the New York Stock Exchange. But a whole lot of nothing now. Bitcoin unable to bust through to the promised land of 50K. So just a little bit more resistance to break through before we can moon. But Bitcoin definitely downtrending on the 15-minute and even on the 1-minute. So exciting. Such reliable TA it is on the 1-minute. TA respected. Boom. TA definitely respect it there. Hit the measured move. All right, let's get off this foolishness 1 minute stuff. That stuff's for gamblers. We're not gamblers. We're traders here with a specific mindset for the market. Isn't that right? I'll be interested to see if any streamers catch this for our 3 rising valleys here. Obviously, it's got to hold potential 3 rising valleys as of right now, I guess I should be saying, but we'll take a look at another community favorite, Voyager. Oh, it's almost at the promised land. You're butting up against that 414. And you're dumping McDumpertons right now. That's an ugly line. Get rid of that. Pretend that never happened. So you see what happens when we break 414. Great things happen. And right now we're just butting up against it. Take a look at the daily to see if we can zoom out to get a longer term frame. Looks just like a lot of the other coins. So we'll see what it can do here. Could come back down to test 382 again before rocketing back off. Still very bullish, still definitely in green and momentum here. See, we're kind of waning, coming back into the zone, into the good RSI numbers here. RSI has to reset after sitting about 85 there. So we'll see. So VGX is still good. VGX would even still come down to 344 again and still be good. And then take off. So look for any type of pullback that tests this level or even this level before taking off again, before continuing. So look for the oscillators to be reset. But green momentum still very strong. Almost at that 50% retracement. So much like Bitcoin, Bitcoin actually hit it and went above it. So VGX actually underperforming Bitcoin right now in this rally. As of right now, as Bitcoin's already tested the 50% retracement and gotten just a little bit past it before deciding to pull back. So this one's bouncing, trying to hold the 382. Right in that golden zone in between 618 and 382. So all still good, but if we fall out of this 382, so 381 is going to be a key level to watch for sure for Voyager. Well, looking a lot like the other one, so a lot of the same going around here as we go around and test everything out. Bing bong? What the hell? Okay. Murky. Why is it only against Tether? That's so stupid. This is what I wanted. Taking a look at VeChain here, sitting about 13 cents. Wow, look at that. 50% retracement lines up perfectly with the 16 cent support and resistance line here. I mean, VET looks like it's definitely, VET looks like it's on its way to 16 cents for sure. You got nothing blocking your way except this little wick right here. You are overbought, but this thing has run hot before and has done okay. So VeChain looking to go up to 16 cents here. Obviously it still depends on the macro, but we'll see how Bitcoin reacts and what we can do. But this thing is looking good for 16 cents. And then if you can break 16 cents, you're well on your way. I mean, to 20 cents for sure. No doubt about it. VeChain looking great. The sleeping giant that is VeChain. A low-cost gem here, in my opinion. Take a look at another low-cost gem. We'll see how AMP is performing today. AMP doing its darndest to hold the 6 cent. The bulls just will not let it get there. So much so, even showing Class C hidden bullish divergence, just barely. It looks like it's going to form there. But if you're looking for AMP to hold 6 cents here, it could dip all the way down. Yeah, it's holding 6 cents. So as long as this thing is above 6 cents, possibility of 9.5 cents incoming. So we'll see. You see, we're getting in a tightening range here with the MACD. RSI kind of sinking though, sinking in the bearish territory. You know, it's sitting around 44 right now. Anything lower than that might be a little risky to play. Looking at it, but this thing looks good. Low value area, easy to set up and mitigate your risk, right? Set your stop loss maybe at like 5.8, and this thing could moon all the way up. Not a ton of data on this thing, but a lot of volume for such a small coin. And obviously any coin that gets added to Coinbase is gonna moon and then have its pullback. So this is probably when it was listed on Coinbase, boom, and then you had the pullback there. And it's holding that 6 cents. The bulls will not let it fall below 6 cents, which is a strong sign for AMP. If you are an AMP believer, it's looking good. Bitcoin back below 46K now. This little wedge looking more and more likely on what's going on. I don't know how long after. Bitcoin going negative, looking to turn negative on the MACD on the 15-minute. We're very oversold at one point before this rally back up. BTC trying to hold here. It's in a 15-minute falling wedge. Look for the breakout before trying to go long here at this point, because Sundays can be a little bit unpredictable. Let's clear this up so we can take a look at another idea here. Looking a little head and shouldery, right? At least on the 15-minute. And you like the higher high on the right shoulder opposed to the left shoulder there? So you could look at it like that too, instead of that little falling wedge. Measured move of this potential inverse head and shoulders will take us to 49k essentially, if that's how you chose to see this. I kind of like the falling wedge. It could be both, you know, right? But and you know, this would play right into our so you could see it like that. You could see the falling wedge on the 15-minute, but on the 4-hour, I think this is what's most important. Working on the 3 rising valleys, potential 3 rising valleys, 1, 2, 3. And that could take us up to 49k, probably. We could see it. I guess you would move this up here. Hard to get a neckline on the 4-hour if you wanted to see it as head. Or, I'm sorry, shoulder, head, shoulder. I'm gonna try to get too messy. I like to keep my stuff clean. So what to watch for on the 4-hour for Bitcoin is gonna be this formation here. To see if that pushes us up to 48k. If we can get to 48k and hold that level, we are looking good for 50k, no problemo. I mean, you see what happens at these areas. As of right now, it's looking like 45k is incoming in the short term. What that means for alts, probably not going to be getting any all-time highs within the next few hours, is what that means. At the very least. Almost a channel, it's almost barely a wedge. But still a wedge. We're looking to see if the bulls can hold 46k. This seems to be a very sought after number. But all crypto around the market's looking fairly similar. Some coins haven't mooned yet. Some coins have, ADA, XRP being in those. Some coins that haven't moved being Algo, among others. Man, this must not be the right LTC. I do not have a lot of TA done on Litecoin. Oh, Litecoin's on breakout watch as well. You see this thing has yet to really move. You see it's taken from the bottom of the range all the way back up to the top of the range, but looking to break that 181, 182 area. Guess we can get rid of this now on the 4 hour. Litecoin looking to break 182. And then you got nothing but peaks and valleys in between there and 250. So, wow, that thing had a huge drop. Take a look on the, see if there's any help on the daily here. See how it's been performing in comparison to ETH and BTC. So not even close to hitting the 50% retracement. So this thing is definitely lagging compared to BTC and ETH for sure. And you see how this 50% retracement is sort of lining up with this 252 resistance here. So definitely an underperformer Litecoin is. So more room to run than maybe some of the others. But I feel like Litecoin always lags behind Bitcoin and the others. Yeah, this is a critical ice line that's been tested multiple times, dating all the way back to 2018. Even in 2017. So 181, 182 level. Big level for Litecoin to break above. This will be tough for them to do. And I'll tell you what, it's not going to do it unless Bitcoin gains some more momentum in the short term to be able to crack through this line. Take a look at the 1 hour to see. Oh man, it was so close. It's looking like this thing, it wants it. It definitely wants it. We're right there. So Litecoin, dollars away from having a 10% day, looks like. So this will be another one that kind of lines up with what Algo's doing, right? Testing the very top of this range. A lot of the other ones, Bitcoin, ETH, ADA, they've already broke through this level. So we're seeing if Litecoin, Algo, and some others can catch up, sort of lagging behind, but still with room to run if they can break these levels. And that's your Litecoin. So anything above 182, super bullish. We're almost there. We'll see if we can get there. I keep saying it over and over again. It all depends on what Bitcoin decides to do. Kind of falling on the 15-minute probably. We are. This is how I'm going to choose to be looking at Bitcoin for the short term for today, Sunday. Falling wedge behavior. We'll see. About to enter into negative momentum. We'll see how well that plays out. That will probably push us back into 45. I would still like to see it come all the way back down to test this level here. We see it bounce off here multiple times. So I guess you don't really want to see it tested again since, I mean, it's been confirmed over and over again. So at this point, the more tests we see aren't necessarily good. So you'd want to see it break out of this falling wedge to make the higher highs, but not quite rounding out yet. Everything's all okay. Bitcoin would still even be bullish if we came down to test this area here, the 42 level. So don't be surprised either way. Still gaining that negative Momo. We'll see if the 3 rising values candlestick chart pattern will play out. Not too sure if it will. but you never know. If you're enjoying the technical analysis today, please hit that like button, support the channel. Subscribe if you want to see more content like this, more frequently uploaded as well. Now, I know I haven't been consistent in uploading. Just got busy with a lot of different things. But as I said, I'm going to try to upload more frequently, at least once per day, moving forward, as long as we can at least get some views, and at least as long as I know I can help somebody with any type of technical analysis questions in regards to Bitcoin or any crypto, or even stocks. I know I look at a lot of crypto, but that's just a lot of what the community that I hang out with does, so that's why crypto sort of gets highlighted over stocks and things like that. Always cup and handily. I mean, look, it's a giant cup and handle. Cup, handle, boom. Anything can be a cup and handle. Yeah, I guess in all reality, I'd love for it to come back down to test that 42 level again before taking off, but we'll see if we even get that. I don't think we will. But according to this giant cup and handle, and there's your little handle right there. How do you even size that up? I don't even know. That's just terrible, TA. Meh, wrong. Although it does kind of look cuppy. A little cuppy with the... That's a very definitive handle if you were to see it that way, so... The march continues for the bulls here. Pulling back. As long as we continue to make higher lows, we will be okay, boys and gals. We're gonna do it. It will take us to the promised land. If you just believe hard enough. And you trust in the technical analysis. Been live for about an hour now. Hit that bell, that like, that sub. Please support the channel. Total appreciativeness if you do all those things. I love looking at charts. I love doing technical analysis. And if there's even just one person out there in the community, in the world, the YouTube community, that I could help, that's all I want. I would get fulfillment out of just that. But I also get fulfillment out of just looking at these charts, to be honest with you. I could look at these charts 24/7, as I do most of the time in the stock world. So... So not a lot of hot action going on this Sunday. We had good price action going on yesterday. Finally going negative on the 15-minute. So look for it to come back down to test the bottom range of this falling wedge. Other than that, there's not much more TA I can do. I just do what the TA tells me. All this is just data. We interpret it as good or bad, but according to the screen, it's just data. Bull's unable to break above 46K, just can't seem to hold it. And down we go. Bitcoin's eating chicken and dumplings for dinner, dude. Because it's dumping back down. If you want to call that a dump. But alright, I think that's going to do it for me. You see how to size up Bitcoin on the short term, on the 15-minute. I wouldn't go any lower than that unless you're an animal and want to look at the 1-minute chart. Might get a little bit too excitement out of it. But, you know, I know this stuff can be fun to watch and stuff like that, but you really just don't want to get your emotions too tied into this stuff, you know. You have no control over any of this. More than likely, you are not a whale, so you will have no control over this market as Bitcoin is now dumping. Showing signs of weakness. You see what happens as soon as we went negative on the MACD. This is the type of stuff that happens. But we will see more price action as soon as we break out in between one of these lines here. I definitely would look for it to bottom out around here. You have a lot of support down here coming back down, so could be coming back down to 45K. We'll see. But like I said, that's going to do it for me. I appreciate everybody stopping by, showing their support. Thank you, Algo Moonboy. Appreciate the 420. And until next time, don't forget to stay positive, stay mindful, be kind to each other out there, and don't let your emotions get the best of you in this market. Don't get FOMO, stick to your plan, stay disciplined, and yeah, stay mindful. So until next time, everybody, hope everybody enjoys the rest of their Sunday, recharge their batteries for the new week. I have a feeling we're going to have an exciting week coming up for the crypto space, and I'll be right here going live every day this week, hopefully, to keep everybody informed. So thank you, and until next time, guys.